everyone, to the newest episode of One and a Half Piece, a podcast about a random person that has never watched even a single episode of the popular anime One Piece. That random person would be me, Siv, hello. And in each episode, I will be accompanied by someone who knows way more about the story of the Straw Hat Pirates, and that person is Viv, aka Leaves_Viv, who is no longer a guest, but a permanent cast member of this podcast.
Yay!
Hello, Viv!
Hello!
How you doing?
Pretty good. Now as guest.
Not guest.
Not guest anymore.
I got
elevated into the high ranks of podcast mayor. I don't know.
She's now co-captain.
Co-captain, yeah, of the Civ and the rescue team and Leaves with crew. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that. Yeah.
And thank you again, everyone who left positive reviews. And we've heard so many nice things from our friends and from mutuals and fellow creators. Thanks a lot for everyone who's supporting this and feedbacking it to us. It means a lot. Alrighty, I need to pull up my notes from the episodes we're going to talk about today.
Yes.
The episodes today are going to be episodes 11 to 15. They are not going to fit into one podcast episode. You guys know the drill already. And episode 11 starts off with a character I don't know how to feel about. Django moonwalking through the landscape. And fun fact, I have been writing Django wrong the entire time. I only noticed it in episode 15 that I was writing it with DJ, like the Django movie by Tarantino.
Oh, the D is silent there, right?
Yeah, the D is never silent.
Yeah.
But yeah,
ding, ding.
We're starting with Django moonwalking through the landscape. We got a flashback of what happened with the whole Klahadore's arrival and how he arrived at the mansion and how he talked to Django. And that Django tried to hypnotize Usopp and Luffy, but only got Luffy, who then fell down the cliff and is, as
dead.
Of now, considered dead.
Considered, yes.
And this is where the anime ends. No, just kidding. The next scene, we see Nami, Zoro, and how I call them the salad kids waiting around in the landscape. And they have noticed that Luffy has been gone for a while now. The salad kids see Usopp running towards them. He's sweaty and very panicky and scared. And Zoro wonders why Luffy isn't with them because they did leave together. Usopp runs past them and ignores Nami, who asks where Luffy is. Nami wonders if he's still upset, whether that's like the reason that Usopp is running away from them. Upset being about the reason that his father got insulted. The salad kids know their captain really well and say no, that there must be something else, that can't be it. And Zoro wants to go to the shore and find out what happened there. Meanwhile, Usopp arrives in the village and yells that there's a pirate attack and everyone needs to leave. But since he always makes those stories up, no one reacts and they are all very annoyed and want to cast him out. They come out with brooms and want to beat him. And one villager has a... Did you notice that there's a villager that has this weird rope around their head?
No.
That doesn't make... It's like a bandana, but it doesn't make any sense.
But I think it's a Japanese thing. I can't pronounce any words right now, but I think it's a Japanese thing to do.
Oh,
this
Japanese,
as a
that's what
farmer.
you were trying to say.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Pronunciation.
But yeah, Usopp remembers how Klahadore said that no matter what Usopp does, no one is like gonna leave and he can't do anything about it, and that they're gonna attack at daybreak. We switch the scenery to Kaya's mansion. A butler showcases glasses for Kaya. Is he really a butler? I mean, his name is called Mary. I don't know what his purpose is.
Yeah, he's a butler. Yeah.
Okay, so he's a butler. Okay.
But funny enough, the German translation of his name is Lämpchen.
Oh, but that's so...
that makes more sense because he is like lamp, a lamp with B at the...
Does Mary mean anything?
I don't know. I was looking it up just right now and I don't know.
It's just cheerful.
It's just Mary. But
okay,
I don't know why the German pronunciation is Lämpchen then. So Doesn't make
I
any
guess
sense.
the Germans
You could
were...
call him Mary in German too, right?
Yeah, they could have. Maybe they were like, oh, we need to be more on the nose with that. Hello, here's editing Silver. Just now that it occurred to me that we never explained the word Lämmchen. Lämmchen is the German cute word for a baby sheep, so a lamb, but it's even cuter. I don't think that there's an equivalent for that in English. Just take it as it is. Because the butler does look like a sheep.
Yes.
I for the entire rest of my script started calling him Sheep Guy because I didn't know the name. I only caught it in the end.
I called him Lamp Boy.
Oh, Lamb Boy, that sounds so much cooler. It sounds like a rendition of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. And Lamb Boy.
Yeah, because I was remembering his name was Lämpchen.
But Lämpchen is so much cuter than Mary.
Right? But
also, I associate Mary with Lord of the Rings.
I associate Mary with something that will eventually come in this story, but you'll see for yourself.
For a moment there, I thought you were going to say I associated with Christmas, but...
No, not Christmas. Christmas is gone forever for at least 300 days right now. So we don't talk about Christmas. You're
not wrong. That's true. Okay, we're not talking about Christmas. So a butler, not the butler, but like Mary showcases the glasses to Kaya, and it turns out it is supposed to be a gift for Klahadore. Since tomorrow, it's 3 years since he's been like taking care of her and arrived. We switch back to
gift.
It is really cute. Are they toned? Really, are they like sunglasses or are they just...
I don't think so. It's just normal eyeglasses.
Ah, okay. So like seeing glasses.
Yes.
We switch back to Usopp, who's back in the village, and he's still trying to convince everyone. And in the end, he has to like flee the scene. He has to flee the village. Back at the shore, the salad kids show the cliff to... Oh, by the way, quick reminder, the salad kids are... What are the names? Pepper, Onion, and what's the last one? Busted. No.
Yeah, now you got me. What's the last one?
I don't know them either. I since no one of them has a special role, I didn't bother to write down their names.
So Pepper is the one with the green hair, but obviously his name is Piman.
Wait, what? Really?
In Japanese. Tamanegi, onion, and... Okay, yeah. Carrot is the last name, and I was thinking it would be carrot, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't say it. Yeah.
Okay, so it's pepper, onion, and carrot.
Yes.
All right. So, still, the salad kids.
The salad kids. It's just
the
that
salad
easy.
Kids show the cliff to Zoro and Nami. Nami looks over the edge, notices that it's very... that there's a possibility to slip off of it. And she notices that Luffy's lying down there unconsciously. They all assume he's dead, but then they hear his snoring, and Zoro pokes Luffy's butt with his sword.
Yeah, nice move. Being poked with the sword. Just not like, hey, being poked with a finger or something.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Are you alright?
Are you alright? He just takes his sword and like bump the...
I just recently had to do a first aid class.
Really?
Like take one for work.
Wow.
So if someone at work passes out, I'll be like the one in charge of that.
Yeah. Okay.
There was definitely nothing like you don't poke. You go there. You have to go. So at least in Germany, guys, if you're from other countries and you have different procedures, let us know. But in Germany, you walk up to the person and there's something called the disco principles.
The disco principles? What?
You don't know them? The disco principles? Look, talk, touch. What was the last one?
Okay. Going home with him and having sex with him?
No. God, no. No, it's like, so the disco principle is that you notice someone, you first look at them and what condition they are. Mm-hmm. Then you like talk to them to see if they're conscious. Then you touch them for like shaking them to check on them, whether they have a pulse. And I don't remember what the last one was.
I thought you did the test, the course.
They taught us that we should not do it that way.
Okay.
Wait, let me look that up because I'm curious. Disco.
Wait, so it's an analogy to what you do in the disco or a club?
Yeah, it's an analogy to a club.
Okay. So if I like someone, I'm looking at him or her first, and then afterwards I'm going to speak to them, and then I'm checking them out from afar.
And then you get consent, and then you can touch them.
Consent. Yes, that's important.
Consent. That's what is always missing.
That one was
That's
missing.
what I was missing.
Yeah.
By the way, I looked it up. It is those 3 things. So it's looking, touching.
Speaking.
Looking, talking, touching.
Okay.
So yeah, Zoro, this is what you should have done.
Zoro doesn't know the disco rule.
But he doesn't know the disco rule. He doesn't go clubbing. That must be the reason.
It's a pity.
So we're back to Usopp, who sprinted to the mansion, and he pulls out that weird Minecraft block again to get into the mansion. Yes. He throws stones against the windows for Kaya to notice, and she's happy to see him, but notices that something is not right. Usopp warns her that she needs to run away, and that her butler is going to kill her, but Kaya is not convinced and feels played. She can't believe it and thinks that this is like one of his made-up stories. And Usopp tells her everything about his plan, how Klahadore came here 3 years ago, and how he weaseled his way into the mansion to steal everything. Kaya gets very upset since she's assuming Usopp is lying because Klahadore heard him before by insulting him. And also, Kaya really trusts Klahadore. We switched back to the shore. There's a lot of switching back, I just noticed. We switched back to the shore, and Luffy shared with everyone what Klahadore is planning, what he wants to do. Luffy seems unbothered by it as always. Zoro asks why he was sleeping here then. And the South kids now understand why Usopp sprinted to the village before without saying anything to them. Nami is happy and Nami is happy and says, oh, well, that means that they are warned and we can leave happily. And the kiddos don't listen and just sprint off. Mm-hmm. Luffy is upset and says they need to hurry and stock up on meat before the meat salesman fleets too.
That was so
priority straight.
Yeah.
What is a food that you couldn't live without?
Probably sushi at this point.
That's a good one.
Or ramen.
I thought of something like kebab.
Yeah.
Like if the kebab store is leaving.
Food is nice. I don't want to live without food.
I can see the cat behind you taking shit.
Yes. I can see it too. So maybe it can get a little bit loud right now because he's always slamming his paw on the entrance door like that.
He's checking if there's someone in there. He's knocking.
Yeah.
So the crew, Luffy, Nami, and Zoro, they don't know that no one believes Usopp anymore, so they don't know the whole backstory. We get a whole flashback how Usopp told Kaya all those stories and how she enjoyed them, and we get another rendition. We get another rendition of the goldfish story.
Yeah.
Back to today, Kaya tells Usopp that she used to enjoy the stories and now it's just too much because she assumes that he's lying about Klahadore.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
in what way she was really, oh my God, blasted by his, I don't know how to say it.
Stories, tellings.
Yeah, but she was
captivated.
No, she was offensive. She was punching him, but this will eventually.
Now I know what you mean. I thought you were describing her feelings about his stories.
No.
I was like, how was she offensive about him telling her stories?
You are the least, she said something like that, or what was it?
Oh yeah, something like that. But I thought that was later.
Was it later? I'm sorry if I'm mixing it up.
Because the Mary runs in and Usopp kidnaps Kaya and flies unreasonably far away out of the window.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
And Mary threatened to shoot. Usopp lands downstairs next to the tree with Kaya in his arms, and the security guards shoot at Usopp.
Oh yeah.
Usopp takes them all out with a slingshot, and he wants to take Kaya with him, but Kaya refuses and slaps him. This is what you meant.
Yes. Yeah, okay, I was a bit further in the story. Okay, sorry.
No worries. Then she starts to cry and calls him pathetic.
Yeah.
Cue dramatic music I wrote down.
Yeah. Epic dramatic 80s music after she slapped him equals noise, I wrote down. Noise. It is so difficult to read my notes because I need to correct the sheep guy to Mary, because I only wrote down the sheep guy caught up with them, but it's Mary. Mary caught up with them. The sheep guy, can we please talk about the sheep guy too? The lamp boy, Mary, I don't know.
Lamp boy.
Lamp boy actually has a gun. And this is crazy because I think One Piece in some countries got censored in some ways so that they don't show guns or actual blood or
Oh, really?
like brutal stuff to children.
Oh, wait, is this where they do this with like where they turn blood into white and it gets a real sexual undertone?
I don't think so, because I was Googling it yesterday and I didn't find anything to the
Support
censorship
that.
in that one.
Ah.
Yeah. So I know of some episodes they changed. For example, later on, the cigarette of Sanji into a lollipop or something like that. And I wondered...
I prefer the lollipop.
Yeah. But it doesn't make any sense then. So Sanji's whole personality is like having a cigarette in his hand, but just a lollipop in American version. So yeah. And this is like actual gun. This is an actual gun. So I don't know how they would censor that one. Probably a water pistol or something like that.
Or a slingshot as well.
Or a slingshot. Why not? Yeah.
So Merry catches up with them and shoots at Usopp, and he shoots him in the arm. The villagers arrive, and Merry sends them all after Usopp, saying that he vandalized her mansion and that he wanted to kidnap Kaya, which technically he's correct. And everyone is now chasing after him. Usopp is really upset that no one believes him, and we switch the scene to the Kuro Neko ship.
Yeah.
And Klahadore giving them a pep talk about how everything's going to change and they're going to take over and yada, yada, yada. And they all have cat ears.
Black cat pirates.
Black cat pirates. Everyone's excited to salvage the village. While Usopp has escaped everyone, he remembers another story that he once told Kai about a sick whale that he cured and that he climbed into its throat, but the whale thought he was food. And Usopp starts crying while he looks at the village he left behind. He hears the Salad Kiddos, Luffy, Nami, and Zoro call for him, and he wipes away the tears and pretends to be fine. Usopp is surprised that Luffy is alive, and they're happy and say now he could tell the village and warn them. But Usopp remembers how no one believed him, and he starts laughing loudly and pretends that he's all right, and says that he was lying again, like always. He just made that up to piss off the butler. And the Salad Kids walk past him because they're really disappointed and upset, and they lost all the respect for him, since they would have never assumed that he's a person that would lie to hurt someone. Luffy asks why Usopp told that what he said, because Luffy knows that that's not the truth. He says because he's a liar and he was too optimistic about everyone believing him, there's no use to try to convince them. Nami asks, I don't get those notes that I wrote down. Believing him, Nami asks, pirates are really coming, right? I don't know what I meant by that, but I think that Nami asked whether the pirates are really coming.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was trying to write down. We are close to the end of episode 11. Usopp says yes and that no one is believing him, so they'll have to stop them on their own. There's no backup, there's no village behind them, because that's what he brought on himself. And he loves the village and wants to protect them with his life. Zoro is stoked to participate. Nami wants half of the treasure, and Luffy wants revenge and help him because the people are bad guys. Usopp is freaked out and says he's scared and he doesn't need sympathy from Luffy, Nami, and Zoro. And Zoro gets a little bit angry and says, we're not doing this for laughs. We think you're an honorable guy. As if we'd risk our lives for sympathy, says Luffy in the end.
Yeah.
End of episode 11.
Yeah. Nice episode, I would say. Because do you know this one story? I got told the story as a kid when to not lie. So there's a story about a guy who is always screaming around the village that there is a wolf attacking the village the next day. And he keeps doing this like daily. The people prepared for a wolf attack or they barricade inside their houses, but eventually no wolf will come. So they don't believe the guy. And once he's doing the same, like warning the people about a wolf attack, but she doesn't, or they what the hell? They doesn't believe him anymore. But the wolf actually attacks the village. All men and women and everyone dies. And the morality of the story is do not lie. So,
sounds the grim ending sounds like a German tale. Is this a German tale?
Do you know it?
Yeah, it rings a bell. It sounds very familiar, but I don't remember where I know that from.
I don't know where it's from either, but
it feels German.
It feels German because everyone dies. But yeah, do not lie. It's that easy. No one believes you.
Exactly.
And I got the feeling that this whole episode is about this morale thingy too.
That's true. That does seem like the learning of that.
Yeah.
Are we ready to go into episode 12?
I wanted to ask you if you would do the same if you were Kaya to slap Usopp. Do you do this if you're that?
Do I slap people on a regular basis?
Yeah, if you're really because I don't think I can get Kaya's reaction, but I can get Usopp's reaction too, because you would definitely want to try and save your beloved ones. And I would probably grab them by the hand and would drag them out of the window and even throw them off a tree or something like that too. But it's not nice, actually. I can see both sides, you know?
I think the reason Kaya slapped him is, she's very sick, and we know that she's very sick and she doesn't have much energy. And I feel like she just bottled up all her emotions in this one punch because she can't refuse to go, like physically she can't. You know what I mean? So I think she had to put all her anger and energy she had into this one slap.
Yeah, okay.
This is how I interpreted it. Also, she's like a fine young lady, so maybe that's the chic way to do that.
The chic way to slap someone.
If you're gonna punch someone, then do it the chic way.
Yeah, I can see both reactions. I would probably do the same as Usopp too. But I would probably do the same as Kaya too. Slap the one who tries to kidnap me. We can move on to the episode 12.
All right. So episode 12, Klahadore walks alone through the night and looks back at the village. Nami, Zoro, Usopp, and Luffy take preparation for the attack in the daybreak. Usopp says they need to defend the slope since it's the only entrance to the village. And he asks the crew about their abilities. Zoro says cut, Luffy says stretch, and Nami says steal. And Usopp says that he can hide. They all get very angry with him and say, put him in a headlock and say, no, that, fuck you, you'll fight.
Yeah.
Usopp says that he was only kidding, of course, and of course he's going to fight. Mary, the sheep guy, says hello to Klahadore and says that Kaya is resting now. And Klahadore says that the Usopp guy caused so much trouble that Kaya is now upset and is low in energy and needs to sleep. And Mary says, out of all the things he said, that Klahadore was a pirate, which was obviously a transparent lie. But Mary laughs nervously. It feels like, I don't know, it feels like he did suspect something.
Yeah, kind of.
Klahadore finds the gift of Kaya that is supposed to be for him. And opens it, and the sheep guy says that they are custom ordered as commemoration. Klahadore unpacks it, cue evil music, and the crescent moon. There's a crescent moon tonight, and he says, I quote, "Nights like this make my heart race and my blood stir."
Wow.
He breaks the glasses, and Mary is shocked. Klahadore says how he'll not only crush the glasses but the entire mansion. He says that there's an accident occurring soon, and Mary wants to warn Kaya, but he gets sliced by the glass that came out of Klahadore's fingers. Although by then I didn't know that it's gloves that he puts on. I thought it was literally his fingers, but he's like Freddy Krueger 2.0.
Yeah, true. Freddy Krueger 2.0. But yeah, I find it so rude that he broke the glasses.
That was so unnecessary.
Glasses. Yeah, it was so unnecessary.
They
were present.
The entire thing is super unnecessary. I got into an argument with my partner that if he would have just kept like being on good terms with Kaya, he could have had the same thing.
Yeah. But I think like he was putting up a mask for 3 years, and I think eventually you will snap, This was the night he snapped. He was looking at the moon and the crescent and whatever.
No,
And he was like, that makes my heart boil, or my blood
my heart boil.
my heart.
My heart races and my blood
Races,
boil.
yeah, you know what I mean.
But I would agree with you. However, he doesn't snap. He planned it. You know what I mean?
You know, when the day eventually comes, you want to execute, and he executed, you know?
No, I don't know those moments.
Yes, you do. You execute.
Just girly things.
Just girl things. Girls' night out. But yeah,
now I'm scared of your plans.
Because probably how you just said it, he will eventually just wait. The next day, she will eventually sign this document for like leaving everything to him. Mary could have.
He could have probably asked nicely.
Yeah, why not?
That's what's bothering the most. He could have just asked.
I would have booked a doctor to say, Kaya, she's really near dying.
Mm-hmm.
And then she would sign me my, how do you say, testament?
I know what you mean. Like the belongings that you inherit them. Inheritance? Heritage?
Heritage ist Erbe, oder nicht?
Yeah, but
Spanish?
That he would inherit everything. Oh, no, wait. Right. She's not dying technically, so she would just...
Will. The last
will
put him in
and
her testament can say that too. Okay.
okay. Good to know.
So then I will make her write that, and everything will eventually come in my possession, and then I will be how do you say, ruler of this village? Yeah, mansion owner, everything, and then I can actually let them live too. But he has something else in plan, and he needs salvation for that too. Okay, we get it, but afterwards, okay.
I don't know how to feel about you being so okay with, like, you have it all planned out. Oh, I would do this and that.
Because I'm an evil brain. I can literally refeel that situation. You've been waiting for 3 years.
I'm uninviting you.
No, actually, Kaya is the most adorable human being in this fucking planet of the One Piece universe, at least now. So gotta save her. And I totally understand that the One Piece pirate crews, the Mugiwara crew, the Straw Hat crew, cut that out, please, wants to free and rescue and save Kaya, and that's a good thing to do.
I'm glad that this is where we ended after the horrible stories you just told. So Klahadore walks into the bedroom of Kaya, and he still has blood on his blade.
Yeah, that was so creepy, right?
That was a very creepy scene. But it was giving, with his long legs, it was giving Tuxedo Mask, and the moon outside was giving Sailor Moon.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean?
Maybe a parallel?
A parallel? He's Tuxedo Mask.
Maybe. I can see it.
He contemplates to kill her right there, but she's not 18 yet, and hasn't inherited everything yet. She has to turn 18, and then she can put him in the will and give him everything. And the claws are so loud, they sound like silverware in the kitchen. How does she not wake up from that?
She's sick. She doesn't hear anything while sleeping. Maybe. I don't know. You sleep better when you're sick. Or deeper, at least.
Yeah, deeper probably. I don't think that you sleep better necessarily.
Yeah, true.
Back on the ship, the pirates yell for Captain Django to come out since it's daybreak. And I just can't. He moonwalks out of the cabinet.
But is he called Jacko or Django?
No, Django, right?
Because in my subtitles there was always Jacko, Jacko. But actually I heard Django too. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But that isn't hard to actually put Django instead of Jacko, you know?
Maybe this is another of those German translations.
The fucking German translation is so stupid sometimes.
I mean, Jacko would be more fitting because it is Django?
Yes. Django, and actually official English name spelled with a D. Like Tarantino's Django.
I did, right, so it's just the subtitles.
Yeah.
So after he moonwalks out of the cabinet, he tells them that he's very upset that they didn't say good morning. And also, the moon is still up, so it's in the middle of the night. It's not morning. He does some weird Michael Jackson moves, like obvious. He does this weird dancing thing where he stands on his tiptoes.
Yeah.
And then does this. I wish. Yeah. That's the only thing missing. Oh my god! Can you have this as a Twitch alert, please? I'll send you the soundbite of it.
That's a good one.
Then he suddenly says good morning, and the pirates freak out because he's in such a good mood. Apparently, he usually is not in a good mood.
Yeah, and actually, they refer to him as Captain.
Yeah, I was surprised about that, but we learn later why.
Yeah.
Back at the shore, Usopp, Luffy, Zoro, and Nami put oil on the slope so they can't get, so the pirates can't get up, which I wrote down as oil spill in the ocean, problematic. But we'll just ignore that. Luffy gives Usopp props for being so cheeky and so smart, and it's almost daybreak. The mood intensifies, and they see the sunrise. The Black Cat ship sails, which looks very cute, by the way, with the black cat in the front.
Yes.
And they strand on the shore. Django tells them to go ashore, and the pirates notice two other weird ships, which are Luffy's and Nami's, with which they arrived at the island. Django discards it and doesn't want to pay more attention to that. Luffy's upset as to where the pirates are, and we notice that they're not at the same shore. Zoro asks whether they might have overslept, and Usopp is confident that they'll show up. This is where I wrote down, did they land at the wrong shore? And suddenly Nami hears something.
Yeah.
And we learn that the pirates actually went to a different shore.
It's crazy that she hears it. Like
she has an insane
like
hearing.
It's like the fucking other half of the island, right? So if
I don't
this
know.
is the
Do we know
south
at which
coast, then
are they at the south coast?
I assumed that, but I'm not sure right now.
I'm not sure either. But she hears pirates, and Usopp suddenly remembers that there's another place like this in the north, and he assumed they would be here since that's the shore where the secret meeting was of Django and Klahadore. They need to hurry and rush there, and Nami's angry because she realizes that's where their boats are and her treasure. She's scared for her treasures, but luckily Django's pirates said that those two ships didn't look like treasure ships, at least for now. Usopp is upset that the oil plan was for nothing, and they rush off. Nami is so sad about her treasure, and she slips on the oil and holds on to Zoro's sword, and then climbs over him, so Zoro slides down, which was a very funny scene. I like that. Nami only cares for the treasure, and Usopp, meanwhile, tries to catch up with Luffy. Nami runs after them for her treasure. The first few pirates get shot down by Usopp, who's wearing goggles, and he announces himself as Captain Usopp. He threatens the pirates to turn around and gets nervous at the same time because Luffy is not in front of him, even though he was in front of him. Zoro tries to run up the hill, but it is too slippery, and he keeps sliding back down in the oil. And Luffy ran into the wrong direction. Thus, Usopp is alone at the moment. Yeah. Django recognizes Usopp and asks him what his deal is. Usopp threatens to fight them with his 100 million members, and Django believes him a little bit, but he has a crewmate that tells him that Usopp is obviously lying. And some crewmates look into Nami's boat and find treasure, approximately 45 million berries.
45?
425.
Ah, yeah.
45 would be a ton.
45, yeah. Okay. Crazy.
Django's stunned as well as Usopp, and Usopp says, he first wonders why does Luffy and etc. need so much treasure, and then he offers them to take the berries in exchange for the village safety, which is, Usopp, that's not yours.
Yeah.
Django says that they can't be bought off because, they're pirates, but since they are pirates, they'll just take it anyway.
Yeah.
It's not good enough reason for them to turn around. Django does the 1-2 Django hypnosis, but Nami arrives and punches Usopp. She yells, which snaps him out of it. She yells for Usopp to stop talking so much shit and not trade out her treasure.
I really love that interplay between these two. I really like this.
Yeah, it is kind of, it has something sibling-like.
Yeah.
Nami figures out the thing with Django ring thing and the hypnosis, and Nami asks where Luffy is, and Usopp says that he probably chickened out or he got lost, and Nami immediately knows that no, he probably got lost, he wouldn't chicken out.
And actually Zoro is the one guy who always gets lost.
I said the same thing. I was so surprised that Luffy was the one who got lost. It's unrealistic.
Maybe at this point they didn't figure this out.
Who's going to be the one who's...
who's going to be the always want to get lost guy?
Want to get lost? I don't think that Zoro wants to get lost. So Usopp wants to take command and says to Nami to go kick their butts and he'll cover for her. And Nami's upset and says she's too scared. And they try to battle out who's more scared. Django's meanwhile done with that and just commands his pirates to attack. And Usopp and Nami remember that they have caltrops with them. I don't know where he pulled those out.
Yeah, I don't know either.
They did this attack called Caltrop Hell, where they throw those stingy things in front of them so the pirates can't run towards them. Back with Zoro, he still slides back down and up, and he's breathless and says, Nami's going to pay for this. He ice pickles his way out of it by using his swords, which looks so wholesome. He's like power hiking his way up.
Yes.
He arrives up there and wonders where the north is. And I wrote down, he'll probably get lost too. Luffy also got lost again. And Usopp does the lead star special attack where is it just a slingshot or is this a special attack?
It's his basic slingshot attack, I guess.
Oh, okay. Because he never usually announced it.
Yeah, but I think it's his
regular attack.
Hitsuboshi something. I don't know. I didn't write it down, okay. But this is actually his attacks always end with Boshi.
Does it mean something?
Boshi means actually hat, but I think in that case it's something else. Because something in the word comes before Boshi, and I don't know, and I don't remember it. But okay. Just go on.
Nami says that Usopp can take them on by himself, and wants to run away, but then notices there are caltrops behind them too. Usopp gets knocked out with a hammer by... I have a big typo in there.
What?
I wanted to write down Usopp gets knocked out with a hammer by a guy, but I usually type while not looking what I'm typing because I'm watching the show. And I wrote down Usopp gets knocked out with a hammer by a gay.
By a gay, yeah.
We don't want to assume the sexuality. But when this gay pirate, as we now figure out, he wants to storm off to the village, Usopp, who's laying on the ground, holds onto his ankle, and we get a big motivational moment of Usopp and how he's not gonna let them go. And another pirate swings at Usopp, but Nami protects him and gets knocked out by a third one. Yeah,
that was so brave of her.
I don't know if the motivation of her was treasure, though.
But still, this is one of the few fighting scenes of Nami, so I'm up for that shit.
I was excited. I thought we would see her fighting more. I was a little bit
We will, but in another way. But actually hitting someone with strength and doing something to hurt people, that was cool.
Okay.
Violence is cool.
I was about to say, note to ourselves, Viv likes violence.
Yeah, that's why I watch anime.
The pirates have had enough, and Django yells at them from the bottom and says that they should ignore them and just go for the village. Which, by the way, I don't know why they get so hung up on Usopp.
The village,
No, like why they keep getting held back by them. Just go to the village. It's like a shit ton of you.
I think they wasted so much time on this slope and talking to them and believing their lies and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah, Usopp wants to stand back up and he sees a ton of pirates flying over his head. The pirates are scared that Django didn't tell them something about two super strong guys. And Luffy and Zoro surface. Zoro is upset at Nami for kicking him down, and Luffy is upset at Usopp for not telling him where North is.
I really love Zoro's reaction, and he's has his bandana already put on.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
I love
he's already
that.
Fight ready.
Yeah, he's fight ready, and I love that. And I really love how he looks at Nami and is like, with that angry anime face. Yeah.
So back in the mansion, Klahadore is waiting for them, for the pirates, and he says that they're all late, and that they should know what happens when Klahadore is upset because his plans don't work out.
He's gonna slice them.
Yeah, he's on his way to slaughter them all, and he walks to the shore. The salad kids
girl things.
Just girly things.
Just let her them.
The salad kids watch Klahadore and they wonder why he's walking towards the shore. And this is the end of episode 12.
Nice.
Do you have anything to add to that?
No.
I have many notes about the next episodes.
Yes.
Oh wow, past Viv and Ziv take it back a notch. We completely forgot to record an outro since we were way too keen to jump into the next episode. This marks the end of this episode, and if you want to see more of us, check out our social media tags in the description. For me, it's Ziv to the Rescue on Instagram and Twitch, and for Viv, it's leaves_Viv on Twitch and leaves_Viv on Instagram. We love your feedback, so please don't stop leaving your ratings on Spotify and soon to come YouTube. Thank you for supporting the show, and without further ado, have an amazing night, morning, day, evening, wherever you are and whenever you're listening. Stay cozy and don't forget to be kind to yourselves. We'll see you all on the next episode. Bye!